Yo, yes, people, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Today on Arsenal transfer news, we got to talk about some stuff. We got to talk about Benjamin Sesko. We got to talk about Wissa. We got to talk about William Saliba being prized away from Arsenal potentially. All this plus more on Egal Talks Football. Before we go any further, though, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. And let's get straight into all the news. So yesterday we won the North London Derby. What a performance. What a result. Arsenal getting the win versus Tottenham 2-1 at the Emirates. And I loved it. And with that, William Saliba's performance was outstanding. Him, Gabriel Magalhaes, Miles Lewis-Skelly, just so many players. And whenever William Saliba has a good performance, what happens, ladies and gentlemen? Immediately the links to Real Madrid start coming up out of nowhere. So yeah, Real Madrid have set their sights on Arsenal's defensive powerhouse William Saliba. The Frenchman's profile is perfectly aligned with the ambitions to rejuvenate their back line. However, the path forward remains a challenging one for them, of course. Personally, I think Real Madrid will eventually one day get William Saliba. I just don't think it will be this summer, as he still has 2 years remaining on his contract, and we will not just let him go for any reasonable price. We will probably put a ridiculous price tag on his head, especially when players are going now for 150, 200 million. I wouldn't be surprised if we asked for 120 million plus for William Saliba, and I just don't think Real Madrid will be willing to pay 120 million for William Saliba in the summer transfer window. And if they did, maybe we'll consider selling for 120 million. But personally, we want to keep our best players if we want to compete for the major honors and major trophies, major wins. If you want them, you need to make sure you don't sell your best players and you keep them for as long as possible. So yeah, I wouldn't sell William Saliba at all, and I would keep him for as long as we possibly can. Next, there is some news about Benjamin Sesko. Yes, there's news about Benjamin Sesko, and there's also Arsenal are reportedly battling it out for some players. So we got to talk. First things first, before we go any further, though, Arsenal are looking at Wissa apparently as a potential target, reported from the Telegraph's John Pierce. Wissa is performing well. You know what? Just because he's bald, people think he's a lot older than he actually is. He actually, I thought he was younger. He's 28. I don't know if Arsenal will pull the trigger on Wissa. I don't know if he's good enough for Arsenal. He's playing well at Brentford, but I would rather go for Mbuemo personally if I was going to go from someone for there. Arsenal are also looking at Dortmund. Arsenal and Dortmund are competing for a Norwegian save Nepan. This could be because we're looking at somebody similar to another Norwegian. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the main reports that everyone's talking about today is Benjamin Sesko. Arsenal are in talks with RB Leipzig over Benjamin Sesko. Mikel Arteta has spoken to a player several times. Arsenal proposed a loan option, but Leipzig want an upfront payment or an obligation to buy. That is what's being reported. Also, there was another report that came out that the rumors were actually false about Benjamin Sesko, and that RB Leipzig won't be openly looking to sell him this window and are not negotiating over a transfer fee, and there is no release clause reportedly in Benjamin Sesko's contract. And David Ornstein even came out and put this whole thing to bed and said Benjamin Sesko is not expected to move to RB Leipzig, and they have no intentions of selling. So it was quickly spoken about and it was quickly put to bed. The thing about Benjamin Sesko for me is he is a quality player. I will take him in a heartbeat. If I show you guys what he's done this season and what he's been doing over the past couple of years, he is extremely clinical. As you can see here, 31 shots, 8 goals on XG of 4.85, 4.48, and then another one here, 14 goals on 7.6 XG. It is very interesting to say the least, and he is an extremely clinical player. Whenever most of the time he scores his goals, he does his thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if we did get a go for Sesko. We wanted him previously. He's only 21 years old. He's still very young. He is a clinical striker, and he's quite tall. He's more in the ilk of a Zlatan. So that's what people would compare him to. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did go for him, but it does look like it's going to be something that's going to happen down the road, and it's not going to be something that happens this transfer window. To be fair, Arsenal have been interested in Sesko, have been interested in a lot of different players, but Benjamin Sesko, at this moment in time, the person who originally reported the news, has also said that this won't most likely happen. Benjamin Sesko has been linked to us. It has been a story. So 5 hours ago, they reported it that Arsenal are looking at it, but it's also now been confirmed that Sesko's agent confirms that Sesko won't leave in January, despite the talks with Arsenal. Sesko's agent is, when pushing significance on whether Arsenal had made an inquiry. I can't answer that question for you. I don't think Leipzig would be satisfied with compensation at the moment. Leipzig do not want to sell Sesko because they value him really, value him. Uh, they value him. They really value him right now. So I don't know why anyone would think a player of his quality would be leaving on loan, or Arsenal would be able to acquire him at this moment in time. His agent even coming out and speaking about it. So yeah, that's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. We can just go ahead and forget about that right now, as all of this stuff was spoken about for 5 hours and immediately quickly put to bed. And it just goes to show you how quickly a transfer rumor can come and go. And yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Not much more to be said about that. We're gonna have to wait and see what else we do from now to the end of the summer. I'm sorry, until the end of the January transfer window. It is what it is. And there's one more story, but it's not really transfer related. It's kind of stupid. You got Gary Neville. He is so triggered by Nicholas Jover. It doesn't even make sense. He's out here saying that he thinks Arsenal players are going to set up his coach, and I call him the most annoying man in football. I don't know something certain positions. Basically, he's saying when a goalkeeper makes a good save, you don't see the goalkeeper coach on the edge of the touchline. I don't see other coaches going up getting glory. The manager up front, he can't communicate from the 50 yards away from the players. I think he is overreacting his importance, and I genuinely believe it that. What is wrong with this guy? What, I can't believe Yover has literally triggered Gary Neville this much. I can't believe he's triggered this much by a set piece coach. It's actually hilarious. But yeah, who's Arsenal going to sign at this point? I don't know. Is William Saliba going to leave to Real Madrid? Probably not. Is Sesko going to be joining Arsenal in January? Definitely not. Is Wissa good enough for Arsenal? I don't think so. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got from today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and love for the love, people. Peace. Keep you guys informed.